you enjoyed
It's recording.
watching my documentary. I know. Well, not watching it, but like, me talking you through it. But yeah, any of these questions that you feel that you need to ask, have a look through. I'll let you have a look through first of all.
In your documentary, you're going to
Yeah.
have facts and figures.
Mhm.
What sort of, will you have any graphs, like statistics? Based on
I could
what
actually
you've
do
done?
that through the, what's it called, the cutaways, as well as the, I said I'm going to have the illegal downloading sites that people use.
Yeah.
I could actually have the graph showing the information. For example, 95% of the audience, 16 to 18, download music illegally, and only 5% do it legally. So I could actually have facts like that. But as well as that, when I'm presenting, you might actually see facts and figures facts and figures at the bottom of the screen that actually show you. Like for example, I also wanted to feature some gadgets as well, because lots of young people were into gadgets, and I thought that if I was to have my facts and figures in like an iPod, then that would be good, because as I said before, lots of people like iPods. They have them. They'll be thinking, oh, they actually have some of the latest gadgets that I want as well, and have the facts and figures in there and make it look much more presentable. Anybody else?
I think it's a really, really good topic,
Thanks.
but I think you need to add something to it to make it, to attract more of an audience.
Entertain.
Yeah, and entertain the audience, so it would grab the audience attention. But overall, I think it's a really good idea, because I've never seen a documentary on this, so I think it'll be good.
Thank you. Anybody else?
Are you looking at only the negatives?
Well, I am. I want to feature some positives, but majority of it is actually negative, because that's what I got from my questionnaire, that most people want to see the negative sides of music downloading, because maybe they've been doing it all the time. They want to find out what will happen, and hopefully my documentary aims to answer that.
Yeah, I think within your interviews, you need to actually answer a question, and it has to be quite precise, because it can't seem like it's a boring interview from the start.
Yeah, I guess I could look into that a bit more. Anybody else?
Yeah, Gervaise.
Yeah.
How are you going to get from one interview to another? Because you basically, the last 3 segments were all interviews, and I agree with what the girls have said. It seems maybe it's a bit dry. So there needs to be something in there to kind of fun it up a bit, to make it more entertaining and more enjoyable for the audience. And I think you need to kind of figure out what that's going to be, because otherwise it's going to feel rather sort of just like a select collection of interviews. So you need to think of ways that's going to make it, because the beginning bit will be quite fun, but then you need to think about what else in there is going to be enjoyable, what else is going to be fun. That's for you to think about. That's a point for reflection, though.
Okay.
So you don't need to think about that right now, but it's something to start considering about what it is you're going to put in there. It could be something in the form of a consumer test. Could be something, I don't know, something a bit daft maybe. Maybe some kind of price comparison things, that kind of thing. Not quite sure. Maybe something about illegal downloading or what the issues there are. So I'm not sure. It's just something to think about.
Anybody else?
What sort of music are you going to have? Lots of music in the documentary?
What, as in
In the background?
music all the way through, or music? Well, I was planning to actually have some cutaways of the music. When I said I was going to go to Radio 1 and see if they got any footage, archive footage. There's going to be some music in there of different type of genres of music, like R&B, hip hop, grime, them kind of things. But in terms of music throughout the whole production, I haven't really thought about that a lot, and I think that's something I need to take into consideration, because most documentaries always have music to accompany it. But I think that maybe I can have some music at the start or something like that, something really catchy, for example, that football theme. But even though my thing's not about football, but something about maybe a song that actually talks about music or something like that, or something that talks about something negative, like to say music downloading is negative, or link it on.
Know your opening, where is that going to be set?
Where? I was thinking of setting it maybe in an alleyway, because like you see lots of teens hanging about alleyways and stuff. Whatever they're doing, if they're smoking drugs, if they're drinking, whatever they're doing, you actually see them in the alleyway.
How
Well,
are they?
Yeah, how are you going to relate that to your topic though?
What, the alleyway?
Yeah, you can have. What I can suggest is you can record it while they're playing music.
No.
But
I think you should have a student on a computer downloading illegally and you're like behind the person introducing it.
Make him look a bit sort of sinister.
I think it needs to be an
Yeah.
internet cafe actually,
yeah,
where it has lots
I
of
don't think
computers.
alleyways got
Because I
any
think
Yeah.
to be honest.
it has to be something,
That-
Somewhere
Yeah,
with
more
lots of
like the drugs
computers
and
then.
Yeah.
or just in the general public. Or, yeah.
Yeah, in someone's bedroom or something.
But outside the Apple shop. Or, yeah.
That's the thing, if I was to outside the
Actually,
Apple
you can
shop,
do that before the interview. You can do that. Before you go into like the interview with the manager or something,
Yeah.
you can be outside kind of introducing have an interview with him.
but if I do that, it will kind of mess up the order that I want to do it in. Because I mean, if
You
you
could
know,
have a
Now, I'm
different
talking
shop.
about the links between each segments of your interviews because you could just got to go in like an order. So in between, you might have like a little kind of mini introduction to your interview.
You might have to change your running order if you've got all three interviews
Together,
together.
I
yeah.
haven't
It
got
might
it together.
Oh.
There's only two that maybe are together, but apart
Right.
from
It
that,
might be better to have
You just
something
separate
in
it.
between them to
Yeah.
separate them.
yeah, I'll consider that.